According to the World Health Organization, no more than 10 to 15% of all deliveries should be through cesarean sections in any country in the world. Unfortunately, in Bangladesh, there has been over the years an alarming rise in medically unnecessary C-sections. I believe the current rate is more than 31% of all deliveries is through C-sections in Bangladesh. And we see this trend across the private hospitals, public hospitals, NGO hospitals, name it. So to address this problem and to slow down and eventually reverse this phenomenon, Bangladesh Legal Aid and Services Trust, in short BLAST, decided to file a public interest litigation before the High Court Division, challenging the failure of the state to control this phenomenon. On behalf of BLAST, I filed the public interest litigation seeking formation of a multi-stakeholder committee to formulate guidelines for prevention of medically unnecessary C-sections across public and private hospitals in Bangladesh. After preliminary hearing, rule was issued on the government authorities and a committee was formed, and the committee has formulated guidelines and submitted the guidelines to the Honorable High Court Division. Currently, the matter is pending hearing. The guidelines are being fine-tuned through further expert consultations. As for next steps, once the guidelines are finalized, we're going to seek from the Honorable Court that these guidelines should be given the force of law until appropriate legislation is enacted, at which point these guidelines may be replaced by the legislation. These legally binding guidelines would be the first step to establishing a legal framework for prevention of medically unnecessary C-section and, generally speaking, enforcement of maternal health rights. Till date, there is a legislative vacuum so far as maternal health rights are concerned. So this would actually fill that legislative gap that is there. After that, it will be all about implementing these guidelines across private and public hospitals in Bangladesh. And we hope that through implementation, we should be able to slow down and eventually reverse this very alarming trend which violates maternal health rights across the country.